Yo, what's up, guys? Do I look weird today? Because I'm not in my fucking uniform. So, this is a dating one. So, this is kind of a smorgasbord, and we're gonna start from kind of light, and then we're gonna go a bit darker at the end. But first, I wanna touch on clothing, okay? So, you know, I helped my homeboy, my best friend, right, uh, get out of his rut because his look was fucking dated as fuck, and then he updated his style and dressing great, right? So I'm like, cool. And then he came back to me and said, because I told him you look like shit, dude. Oh, let me set my shit. Because I told him you look like shit, dude. And so he finally believed me and he bought a bunch of new shit and this kind of shit. And then he came back to me and he said, so do you. You don't look like shit, he said to me. You don't look like shit, but your clothes are nice, all this kind of shit. Your fits are good, all this kind of shit. But it's all black, dude. That's all you fucking wear is black. And he's like, it's fucking boring, bro. Like, we know every time anybody sees you, they know you're gonna be in black. You're gonna be in black or light black or off black or, sort of black. Like, it's fucking boring, bro. And I guarantee you, your lady's fucking bored of that shit, man. I promise you. And when he said that, your lady's fucking bored of how you look all black always. I'm like, you know what? She probably is. You know what I mean? So I took it to heart, man. Like, and that's how guys talk to each other. We're just like, you look like shit, dude. And then that's how we talk, And so I took it to heart. And so I'm like, let me buy some shit that's not like, let me go get a bunch of new fits that are not black. So like, this is one of them. And here's a tip right here. I know you guys have heard this and I'm not telling you to date girls if you don't want to. That's not the point here. Trust me. But the point here about the clothes is fitted. This is all tailored. You know what I'm saying? This is not off the fucking rack and I just wore it. You know what I mean? But let me give you a tip about tailoring, real quick, if you don't know. So, and the other thing I did is I went into gold, which I never fucking wear. Gold chain, gold fucking little bracelet, gold in my watch. Got a new watch, gold in that. Gold on the shades. I have some other Versace's that that I wear for like Vegas and shit like that, but I don't generally wear them out, like, for real. But all this is fitted, bro. Okay, tailored. So get your shit tailored, and so it's not that expensive. I think I just got like 5 pieces done for like 120 bucks. It's not that expensive. This is not off the rack. You see what I'm saying? Like how it fits me. It's not off the rack. Okay. So the easy way to do it is when you try clothes on is just stand there in the mirror. Stand there in the mirror. I'm gonna touch on clothes for a minute, because I used to model, right? So, and does this look like how I would normally fucking dress? How you would expect me to dress? I got these things on, like, no, but stand in the mirror and just pinch your shorts back. Like, if they're too, like, they fit you good, but they're kind of a little bulky or some shit like that. These used to balloon out like that. I'm like, no. So you just pinch them back a little bit and look in the mirror and see what the fuck they look like. And then you go to your tailor and you hold them like that and you say, I want to fit like this. And then they'll just pin them. Okay, so when you see dudes in catalogs and shit, modeling, if they turn around, all that shit's all pinned up. It's all pinned back there. That's why it looks like it fits them like a fucking glove, because it's all fucking pinned and shit. Okay? I've done a bunch of catalogs, bro. Okay? Which pays a lot. Which pays more than high fashion, by the way, if you didn't know that. So I like doing that shit. Just standing there looking stupid as fuck in bullshit clothes. But and I know some guys. We're gonna be real on this one, okay? I know some guys might say that looks gay. That outfit looks gay, bro. Ask the girls. Ask the women. Ask the beautiful women if this outfit looks gay. Okay? See what I'm saying? You want the chicks to think you look hot or dudes? Okay? If you're gay, okay, cool. Then dress for gay guys. But, if you're a straight guy, Even if you don't want to date women, you still want women to like be like, I wish I could have him. You know what I mean? So anyway, there's clothes. Let's get into this shit. Get your shit fucking tailored. It's not that expensive. So here we go into this. I think this is gonna be controversial. I think women's next ick. So there's a guy who's putting together a list of women's icks in dating, and it's pushing 1,000 things, and it's all kinds of bullshit, like men who laugh, men who like a man's walk, and okay, like that kind of shit. Like okay, let me like a man laughing. That's fucking hilarious. That's an ick. A guy laughing. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? And a walk, the way he walked. Let me see your walk. I'm modeled. I've been on the runway. Let me judge your walk, lady. Go ahead, walk for me. I've had people say that. So I could get jobs, so I could walk on the fucking runway, okay? So I know my walk's not bad. I know my walk is fucking runway appropriate, all right? So let me see your walk. Nope, it's not good. Okay, so women don't want, that's my point, is women don't want these same icks coming back to them. They don't want that. But they feel free to say whatever the fuck they want about men. And I think it's gonna go here. I think the ultimate ick, I think the 1,000th ick is gonna be this. Hot, tall, rich guys. Hot, tall, rich guys is the ultimate ick. Oh, gross. Hot, tall, rich guys, oh my God, how dare them? How dare they be hot, tall, and rich? Oh, disgusting. Do you see my point? I think women on the dating scene are gonna cut out every fucking single guy. Every one of them. And then sit there and wonder why they can't get a date. I get that it's a fucking epidemic at this point, that women cannot find a date. I've seen these compilations where women are just complaining about every single fucking thing a guy does. You know, look at this ick. This guy's out there fucking building his wife a deck. How gay of him. You know, shit like this. And so I understand why guys are like, man, screw these chicks. And by the way, or what's another one? A guy driving a Porsche is gay. That's an ick. He's sassy. Because he's driving a fucking badass 911? What are you talking about? You know what I mean? These women are just coming with this shit out of their fucking behinds. You know, like, what are you talking about? Are my shoes sassy? Listen, here's the thing. I used to be a Chad and a Tyrone combined into one. Why? Because I'm biracial. Okay? That's why. I'll get to more of that in a minute. So I know what I'm talking about. Did I have a problem with getting women? Absolutely not. Nope. No. And so, listen, for example, I'll get back to that, but for example, I got a guy the other day trying to kick my fucking door. Did you see the video? I posted it on the interweb. Dude tries to kick in my fucking door because he thinks I'm having an affair with his fiance because she likes how I sing. What in the fuck? No, I've never had problems with women. Not like that. Okay? So I'm speaking from experience, and I'll get to why, and that part gets very dark about why. See, I've been trying to figure out like, what is it? I wasn't a fuck boy. I wasn't a playboy. I wasn't not really a bad boy. Like how do I explain that? I would say this. I was living the fast boy life. In the fast boy life, that's what I would call it, the fast boy life. Which included, hey man, I'm not editing this shit. Yeah, which included fucking a lot of girls. A lot. Beautiful, stunning, who were boss, what the ladies say, boss bitches. Super successful, made a lot of money, beautiful, stunning, dressed to the nines, plenty of bags, all this kind of shit. They didn't give a fuck about spending money on that kind of thing, you know? None of these women made under $250,000 a year. None of them. Okay? So, yeah. they would technically be boss bitches, I would say, you know, on up to over $1 million a year. Okay, was I intimidated by that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And this is a thing that women go to and say, like, men are do better, men. Like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, you're so intimidated by our beauty. No. Because they're talking about guys. They're not even talking. I'm an 8, I would say. I would say I'm an 8. Okay? 7.5, 8, something like that. Okay? Don't you think I'm being realistic? I'm not calling myself a fucking 10 like most women do on any of these podcasts or any. If you put a microphone in front of a woman's face, she'll call herself a 10 usually. Okay? I'm not calling myself a 10, but I fucked a bunch of 10s. Okay? Let's be real, okay? No editing in this shit. You ladies want to know the real truth about this shit? I will tell you, okay? So I was a Chad and a Tyrone combined into one, and so much so that I got a guy who I've never even met his fiance, and he's trying to kick in my door because he thinks I'm fucking his fiance, and I'm not. And to be honest with you, once I finally fucking saw her after 6 cop cars come and 9 fucking cops with their fucking guns out and shit. I finally see this chick and I'm like, she's busted, bro. Look at me, dude. You think I would fuck your wife? Are you crazy? Straight up, I could do way better. My girl's way harder than that, first of all. And even if I was single, I still wouldn't fucking choose that. Are you fucking mental? You must be. Okay? Like, let's go here now. Women never ask this question. What are guys looking for? They never ask that question. I've seen thousands of clips at this point because I did not know that there was a gender war going on and there was this massive war in the dating world. And now I understand that, and I just learned like 2 days ago that these dating websites, which is where I met my lady, that it's totally different now. That they hope that you don't match up because then they can keep you in the system and keep squeezing you for money. Another scam, right? So, but women never ask that. I've not seen a clip where a woman says, "What do men want in a relationship?" And they're trying to get these guys. What do highly attractive, successful, tall men want in a woman? What are they looking for? They never ask that. They just say what they want out of the relationship. And that's not what a man is looking for. It is not. A woman who only thinks of herself, that is not what a man is looking for. And here's the thing. I'm just going to ramble on a lot of this shit, but I do have some bullet points. Women will say, I control this because I control this. You know, the Chads and the Tyrones are like, I don't care what you think about that. I'm still going to get laid, no matter what you say. And most of these women, I know these women don't want to hear this. Somebody's got to say this shit. Most of these women complaining about why are all these guys such pussies that they won't come up and ask us out. They're so intimidated by us. Like the Chopped girl, remember that? Did you see that girl? I was like, this girl is insane. Talking about how all these guys are chopped. And if you're older, if you don't know what that means, it means ugly. Like there's so many ugly guys, and a lot of women are saying this. Like all the guys out there, I see 100 women that are so beautiful, and there's no guys out here that are even remotely attractive. Oh my God, ick. There's so much ick out there. And these women are fucking 2s. And I know that some people say that if a guy says that, that means he's some kind of chauvinist pig. No, that's my real thought. The chick who said there's so many chopped men out there, that's my real thought. Would I ever, and these women think that if I spread my legs, any guy would have sex with me. Not me, man. I can only speak for myself, but I know, because I know dudes who are fucking tall, successful, good looking, dressed nice, all of that. Swagger, all of this. Charisma, all of that. They would not have sex with that girl, even though they're older. I'm 54, I'm about to be a fucking senior citizen. in a couple months. 50. I'm about to be 55, and by the way, also do that, guys. Work out, man. You know what I mean? I've been hitting it super fucking hard. You know, I'm not gonna get shredded, but I'm gonna be like, I take my shirt off, I guarantee you, women will be like, that looks good to me. You know what I mean? So do that too. But I see it clear as day. There's women out there that are very low ranking. Like, I don't like to rank people with numbers and shit, but you got to talk about it somehow. But there is a lot of women out there that are not attractive to the guys, and they think, see, I call myself an 8, right? They're, in my opinion, they're like a 2. And they would look at me and say, he's not good enough for me. Whatever the reasons would be. You know what I mean? He looks gay. There's another thing. Let me say that. See, women don't want to know the truth. And guys don't often say that. Guys are often like, she's beautiful. Like, you're beautiful. You ever seen like Pop the Balloon, that show? The guys are like, you're beautiful and you know, you're stunning, and they give a bunch of compliments, but I had to choose somebody. You know, it's like, it's very like I'm not trying to be offensive. It's very much like that. What they're actually thinking, what these guys are actually thinking is you're busted. That's why I'm not interested. When women say, these men aren't approaching us. And that's the number one reason why, is because they just don't find you attractive. So, you know, guys are upgrading, you know, I just did. I'm fucking working out, all this shit, like, and I already have my chick. So I'm doing that for me, first of all, and for her, and I'm already taken, okay? And that's what a lot of guys say. The guys who have a lot of money and this kind of shit, who look good and are over 6 foot, they're already fucking taken, okay? It's not a myth, it's the truth. So what women could do is, and I know listen, a lot of women don't want to take any accountability. It can't be me. It can't be that I do not work out and I don't give a fuck about working out and I got a fucking nose ring. Like, a super hot rich guy is not gonna find that attractive. And I go on the internet and I scream and I yell like a child, and I throw temper tantrums about how these hot, rich, tall dudes aren't going for me. That's not gonna help you. And I'm gonna shame them as well. And then maybe if you guys get it, men do better. This kind of stuff is not gonna work on hot guys. It's not. Because first of all, they're like, I wanna be into you anyway. First of all, okay? You're not high enough. A hot guy, here's the thing women should do. They won't do it. They'll never do it. So I know this video is for guys. They will not do it. You see a hot guy who is in shape, dresses good, has a nice fucking car, nice house, you know, can afford to go on fucking fancy dates and this kind of shit, travel, all that. That guy's gonna shoot higher than what the women should look at that guy and think, he's gonna choose a chick who's better looking than him. So whatever he looks like, he's gonna choose a chick that's hotter than him. That's what he's going for. He's not shooting down. That doesn't happen with guys. That's not how guys operate. Okay? But you tell a woman that and she'll be like, you're wrong. She'll tell a guy that the guy is wrong about what guys want. I'm pretty sure I'm a heterosexual man and I'm pretty sure I have a better idea what guys want versus what women think guys want. And a lot of women lead with that. You know, this is a bit of a rant, but I don't think it's too bad. I'm trying to help. I hope people because the dating world's garbage, right? But why though? You know, so I hope people get together and live their best life with their partner and this kind of shit. But, you know, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something I thought was reasonable. You know, the women blame the men, and the men don't really blame anybody. They're just kind of like, I have no comment. Because they know they're going to get slaughtered out there if they say anything about like, well, maybe if you worked out a little bit, and then you're body shaming, you're fat shaming. Because I said, the guy's like, I work out, so then I want you to work out. Like, what the fuck? You know, it's wild shit like this, or that woman that People magazine picked up. And the guy he should have known because all the pictures were from, the neck up and probably face tuned and, filtered and all that kind of stuff. This is what I really look like, dude. There's no filter on this. You know what I mean? Guys are just like, here's what I really look like. They're not doing all this stuff. But he gets to the date and she weighs like, no exaggeration, 300 pounds, maybe 350. I don't know. Big girl, and omits that. He should have known that from the pictures. However, he greets her. I think he gives her a hug, and then he decides like 2 minutes into it, like, I don't think this is gonna work out. The way it sounded to me is like he's pretty polite about it and said, you know what, I don't think this is gonna work out. So I'm gonna go ahead and like wish you a great day, and I'm gonna kind of like excuse myself. And then it's like, what do you expect a guy to do? So this guy has to be with her. That's what it's come to. If a girl wants a guy, he has to be with her, no matter what she looks like, no matter what she looks like, no matter what her attitude is, no matter what her status is in life. He owes it to her. This is why a lot of guys are like, fuck the whole dating thing. I don't owe these women anything, especially if the guy's super hot. And that's the other thing I was gonna say about women saying, I'm gonna shave my head and you don't get any of this, you pigs, all you men are assholes. The Chads and the Tyrones are like, that doesn't affect me. First of all, you're a 4, so I wouldn't even mess with you anyway, but it doesn't affect me if you're saying that. Because I'm going to go get girls anyway, because I have girls chasing me. I don't have to do anything. That's what those guys are saying. The Chads and the Tyrones. When I dated, I realized this. How long am I? I'm fine. I realized this. My homeboy told me this. He's like, do you realize that every single girl you've ever been with, they chased you? Every single one of them. I'm like, what? Like, they made the first move. I'm like, because I don't think of myself like that. I think of myself like, like as adults, we still think of ourselves kind of in our younger years, and I felt like I didn't do that good dating when I was younger and this kind of shit. And he's like, no, dude. Like, you dated the hottest chicks in school, dude. Like, going way back then. And they all chased you. Think about it. Every single one of them asked you out. And I thought about it. I'm like, that is fucking true. Even beyond that, into my dating life. Every single chick I went out with approached me first. Sherry called me, the only person I've ever been married to. She called me. I went into this place, this fake bullshit and Barbizon Molly bullshit place, and I go home, and she called me and asked me, do you want to get a drink? I thought it was a different girl, but she reached out to me. I forgot about that. My lady now, I did meet her on a dating site. I'm not embarrassed of that. She reached out to me first. The other one that I was deciding between my lady or the other one, she reached out to me first. You gotta, like, for women don't want to hear this shit, because guys at my level or higher, or put me on the bottom of the top level, okay? Women are chasing us. My level and higher. Women are chasing and they make the first move. And guys like that, they have so many women, so many opportunities coming at them constantly. Okay? That's not a myth. When people say that, where's my beer at, by the way? Hey, I'm not on TV, dude. Okay? This ain't a fucking TV show. I can drink a beer if I want to. I'm an adult. When guys say that, it's true. Okay? Women need to understand that if you see a guy and you think he's super fucking hot, and you're like, I smiled at him like 5 times and he never came up to me. I guarantee you that's not an average looking guy. I guarantee you. Because women always shoot for the top percentile. So I guarantee you this is a super hot dude who's dressed really nice, looks like he has money, you know, nice haircut, well-groomed, all of that. Super hot dude, okay? I guarantee you that's, and she's like, he didn't come up to me. I just thought of something else. I don't want to miss this part. That's what I forgot to say before. I guarantee you the number one reason why is because he didn't find you attractive. And he's allowed to think that. That's the number one reason. The number two reason is that how does he know you're not like have your earbuds in or something? How does he know you're not looking at a TV behind him or smiling at someone else? Women are so vague about their approach that guys don't pick it up. Guys are very direct. When guys deal with other guys, we just tell them, like I said about my friend, when I told him he needed to upgrade his clothes, I told him, you dress like shit, bro. And my lady's like, you're coming at him too hard. I'm like, no, this is guy shit. Stay out of it. Okay? And then what do you tell me? You always wear fucking black, bro. It's fucking boring. Okay? Your chick's fucking bored, I guarantee you. He didn't sugarcoat it. Guys to guys communicate differently from women to women. Women to women will not be straight up. And they take a long time to decide everything. Guys are just like this. Let's go. You want to do this? Yep, we're done. Okay? And we're just blunt, and that's because we want to get it over with. Because we don't like wasting time. Okay? But I was going to say this too, which goes into how I'm dressed today. A lot of women will say this too. If you don't sleep with them, what will they say? What's the number one thing they say? What are you, gay? You want the real answer? You want the real answer? I've been asked that a few times. You know, we're having bedroom fun and shit like this, and then I'm like, and then I slow it down. And they're like, straight up, let's cut the bullshit. They're like, you don't want to fuck me? And I'm like, not tonight, maybe later. You know what I mean? Let's just fool around for now. You know? And they're like, what are you gay? I've been asked that several times. What are you gay? Okay. No, so then I gotta go into nice boy mode, right? Like, you know, make something up. Like, no, it's just like whatever, you know, some bullshit. You wanna know the fucking truth? I just fucked a fucking hotter girl than you yesterday. Pinned her up against the wall. You know, she's pulling my hair, I'm pulling her hair, fucked her super hard. Okay, I'm a little tired from that. That's why I don't wanna fuck you, okay? Is that what you want guys to tell you? Probably not, right? So guys don't say that. But that's the truth for some guys who are considered hot. They have options. When they say that, they're not joking. And plenty of those guys don't want girlfriends. And plenty of those guys are like, the Chads and the Tyrones, they're like, I'm gonna get laid regardless of whatever's going on in this gender war. I'm not worried about that because these chicks are still chasing me. Okay, so understand that. Let me move on. Women never, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say never always. But a lot of women do not stop to ask, what does a guy get out of marriage? And a lot of guys are realizing, wait a second, I don't get shit out of this. Not really. You know, wait a minute. So I gotta buy her like a, right? Minimum 3-carat ring. How much is that? And these women are saying like, these women are. I've seen these clips, man. It's just a trope at this point. They want like 5 carat rings, you know, $500,000 ring, and you can tell these women are wearing clothes from fucking Shein. You know what I'm saying? They've never seen $500,000, and they're just like, you know, I deserve a $500,000 ring, and he's got to have a multi-million-dollar. He has to have multi-million-dollar homes, several of them, and like 10 cars. They're just pulling the shit out of their behind. They've never met this guy, ever. And they're bare minimum, mind you. This is to them. It's not. Dream scenario would be this. I get if they were saying that. My like what's your dream scenario for a guy? Yeah, then I would get it. Dream scenario. Yeah, like $500,000 ring. You know, $1 million wedding. Dude has multiple houses. You know, one in LA, penthouse in New York. He's got a place in the south of France. Got a spot in Barcelona. You know, this kind of shit. He's got multiple cars. You know, one for every kind of occasion. This kind of shit. You know, wardrobe. Fucking all these. You know, handmade clothes, tailor. You know, custom clothes. All that. Dressed as like a fucking diamond. Super handsome dude. Tall as fuck. You know, shredded. If like women are saying they want that guy, and they have like 5 kids from 12 baby daddies. I know the math doesn't work, but it's funny though. You know what I mean? It's like that's not gonna happen for you, ma'am. And these are demands now. These are requirements, these women are saying. And women wonder why the dating world is so fucked up. There you go. Every single woman is going for the top 0.0001% guy. And what are the odds that that super hot, rich guy, swagger, charisma, money, all this shit is gonna go for someone like that? 0.0 and add zeros into infinity. He's not going to. Why? Because he doesn't have to. That's the simple math of it. That guy, the guy who's a 10, remember, I'm an 8 or 7.5, wherever you want to put me. I know I'm not 6, dude, get out of here. The guy who's a 10, he doesn't have to do that. And what makes him so sure that he's so fucking handsome, by the way? It could be 2 things, actually. It could be that maybe he modeled. Okay? Maybe he modeled and people paid him to walk on the runway and wear their fucking clothes. Okay? Or stand in magazines and shoot and stuff like this. You know what I mean? And get paid to wear their fucking clothes. That could be a thing. Another thing could be he could have slept with a bunch of beautiful, stunning women who are high value, high earners, who told him you're sexy as fuck. That's how he knows that. He's not just guessing. He's not just making that up out of the thin air. He's experienced that. He's experienced women telling him that you're super fucking sexy. Okay, fuck me, this kind of shit. Pin me up against the wall, this kind of shit. Pull my hair, this kind of shit. I'm just being fucking honest, man. If you can't handle grown-up talk, then turn the fucking page. Go watch go watch a Hallmark movie or something. But if you're talking about like guys like that, that's the reality. Okay? No, they're not. No, they're not intimidated to approach women. What their only fear is, I don't want to get my whole life canceled based on something that didn't happen. I'm gonna get to that. That's the dark part of this. I'm gonna get to that. But women nowadays, that's why, like, if I was dating nowadays, I would not give a woman my last name upon first meeting her. I might give her a fake last name, because if the date goes sideways or whatever, she's gonna go announce me on fucking TikTok and get like 1 million views and try to burn my life down and make shit up. You can tell some of these women are making it up because the guy just wasn't interested. He went out with her and was like, no, you're kind of not for me. Have a great night, you know, this kind of thing. And then she's gonna go body slam him and put his full name out on the internet. So, you know, and you know, that's what guys are scared of. They're not scared of the woman. And let me point this out too. The women that say, I mean, it's overwhelming that the women say, we're terrified of men. We're terrified. Okay, I know things haven't changed that much. There's no way. When I was dating 10 years ago, women, almost every single woman that I went out with invited me back to her place. I thought you were terrified of guys. She's like, right this way, come in. You know, tipsy, come in, let's fuck. You know what I mean? I thought you're terrified of guys. Come in my bed, let me get naked. Fuck me. You know, like, I thought women are terrified of guys. You just met me tonight. You did. You get the picture? My body count's way higher than my ladies. And sidebar, that would be a turnoff for me if my lady's body count was higher than mine. It would be. But you know, that's how it goes, man. Social proof. Guys don't want social proof with women that a bunch of men have ran through them. They don't want that. I know it's a double standard, but there's also a double standard with money, with guys, and all that. So, and height and all that kind of thing. So, you know, women don't have to be tall. Men aren't like, she has to be this tall or fuck it. Men don't have any height preference. You know what I mean? So there's double standards on both sides. Whatever, that's how it works. That's called biology. Okay, so let's get to some of this other shit. Okay, so men who are 10s have experienced many women trying to lock them down into a relationship. I'll speak for myself. I'm an 8. Let me remind 7.5 or 8, whatever number you want to give me. I've experienced plenty of beautiful women, successful, trying to lock me down. Where are we? Where are we? What are we doing here? This kind of shit. And I'm like, we're just hanging out. You know, like we're dating. Like that's what we're doing. Plenty of women have tried to lock me down and into like push me, like say it, like cough it up. Will you be my girlfriend? Like that's what they wanted me to say. I could, you know, like you can tell. Guys are not as stupid as women think. We can tell when you want us to ask you to be exclusive. We know that. Okay? We're not stupid. Okay? Here's the thing. Let me go through some of this shit quickly. If you disrespect a strong man, you know, because that's what women say, right? I want a confident man. You disrespect a confident, strong man, the guy who's a 10, with all the attributes that women say they want. You disrespect him in front of his friends or family, he will drop you. Just like that. See, and if he doesn't, that tells you, I know people throw that word around a lot, simp, that tells you you're with a simp. Because a strong, confident guy is not going to put up with that. No fucking way. And these women that go on to the interweb and like yell and scream and all this kind of shit. The guys who are 10s are like, I don't have to put up with women like that. Because women who are around me know that I have so many choices that I don't have to put up with that. All these demands, all these stupid demands, I don't have to put, they're like, I don't have to put up with that. So why would I? But women think like, I'm going to shame them into having to put up with this bullshit. Then you're with a simp. He's rich. He does everything for me, and I treat him like shit. Then you're with a simp. okay? And most women don't find that attractive, okay? That's just the reality. So there you go. If you have a guy that does everything you fucking want and just he's your Matt, he's your Matt. You get the joke there? He's your Matt. Then that guy's a fucking simp. I don't do everything my lady wants me to do. No fucking way. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of shit, you know, like I designed this whole fucking house, this kind of shit. Every single fucking thing you see in here, I either picked it out or I made it, okay? Every single fucking thing in this entire house, shit like that. Because I'm a creative guy. I build shit for my lady, you know, like the pantry, built that out. I build other shit, you know, resurface the whole fucking pool deck, shit like this. I'll do shit for her, but do not, here's my point, do not say, you must do this in order to get sex. Then you're not getting sex. You know, I'm not playing that game. You know what I mean? I'll fucking resurface the pool deck for me, because I like nice shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to pay for it. So I'll just do it myself. But hey man, if you try to play the sex card, I'll play the sex card. You don't get sex then. Okay? Like, get out of here. Okay, yeah. So if you constantly treat a guy like that, like shitty, like a guy who's a 10, because that's the only guys they're talking about. That's why I keep going back to the 10 guy. If you constantly treat a 10 guy like that, maybe you trick him and he thinks you're a nice lady, and then you trick him and then you start treating him like shit. He's gonna do one of two things. He's either gonna leave, he's gonna fucking cheat on you and just put you in the pile of, just put you in rotation. Why? Because he can, okay? This sounds like chauvinist pig shit. It's not, it's reality. What's that called when women treat guys like shit? There's no name for that? I know there's a name for it. It's called you know, but you can't say that word, right? Because it doesn't exist. Every woman's perfect. Every woman's a 10. Then why are so many men staying away from women? Then why? If women are so perfect, then why are so many guys, why is it an epidemic where it's written, it's in New York Times, it's in like big publications, like where have all the men gone? Why do you think that is? Women will just blame it on, they're scared of us. They're intimidated by our gorgeousness. No, ma'am. You know, go look up the Chopped Girl. You think any guy is intimidated of her beauty? You think a guy who's a 10, I'm an 8, remember, I'm an 8 max, right? You think a guy who's a fucking 10, look like he's walked out of a fucking magazine, is intimidated from that? He's too scared of her beauty? Are you crazy? Okay. Women demanding rings, wealth, etc. from the 0.1% of men is fucking hilarious, you know. And I'm gonna reiterate that women never ask what men are looking for. They never do. Then you might understand what you can do to be attractive to a man. And I'll tell you the number one thing that men find unattractive is acting like a fucking man. You know, women, it feels like women are trying to strip men of their masculinity, and they want to be masculine. And they want these men to be feminine. And they expect men to be attracted to their masculine qualities. That's not going to happen for a masculine guy. It's just not going to happen. That's not what they're attracted to. And they also say, I'm a strong, independent woman. This stuff. Other women will find that attractive, not men. I'm just adding to the noise here. There's been, dudes with, 3 million followers say this, and women don't care. They don't listen. They're like, I don't care. Like, I'm a strong, independent woman. He should find that attractive. He must find that attractive. And men are like, well, I don't. So there you go. I'm not attracted. I'm a heterosexual man, and I don't find masculine qualities in a woman attractive. So there you go. So it's a no for me. And then they call him gay. Well, then you must be gay. I just said I don't like masculine qualities. Like, what are you talking about? Okay, so anyway, I'll say this. Controversial shit. I wouldn't date a woman my own age. Very unlikely. Probably not. Like if I was single, I'm taken, so I'm off the market. I'm not saying anything like that, but I don't believe that I would date a woman my same age. I'm 54. I'm about to be 55. Do I think I would date a woman that's 55 years old? Super unlikely. Why? Let's be real, man. I've seen women my same age that, or even a couple years younger than me, that they have a full head of gray hair. My hair is natural, dude. I do not dye my hair. I promise you. Okay? They don't exercise. They don't give a fuck about how they look. Gray hair, overweight, wrinkled up. Why would I be attracted to that? You must be attracted to that because that's misogynistic if you're not attracted to someone who you're not attracted to. What? So that's just what happens. And men have been telling women this, that when we get older, men get more attractive and younger women find us attractive. I'm 54. I know I could date 10 years younger easily. My lady's 8 years younger than me. I could go 15 years younger, no problem. That's just how it works. Women in the beginning, when you're 21, it's hard as hell for a guy to find a date because they're like, fuck you. You guys are broke. You guys make no money. You guys look stupid. There's these guys over here that are like 30 and shit, and they got Rollies on. They got nice cars. And then it flips. But women don't want to believe that. Don't believe it. I don't care. I'm already taken. I already have my dream girl, so I'm good. But here's a sidebar thing that I just find interesting. My ex's ring was like $69, something like that. And even after she became like a big shot agent, she never fucking changed her ring. She never was like, I demand like a big fat fucking diamond. She never fucking changed her ring, ever, through the whole thing. My lady now has, but let me go here. High value women. Here's the thing, because women always talk about I want a high value man, high value man, high value man, high value man, and it's said that all men will they'll be with the woman at Burger King or they work at Walmart or whatever. High value men. If she's pretty, they'll take her. That is not true. People who are saying this apparently do not know high value men. I know dudes who are worth tens of millions of dollars. They're not sifting through Target or fucking Burger King or McDonald's or whatever. No, they're not. They're choosing women that are at in their hemisphere. Often they're the girlfriend, like girls, girls club, like they're often the girlfriend of one of their homeboys' wives. Shit like this. And they're the daughter of someone who's a fucking big shot. Shit like that. And they have a fucking badass job and they make a lot of money, this kind of shit. Why are high value women are attractive? Because they've made good life choices. That's why. That's why those high value men go for high value women, because they've made good life choices. So that is false. When I hear that bullshit that super rich guy is gonna go for some chick at fucking Burger King, that is false. Okay? Women say they want masculine. See, now they're coming back with like, first they wanted like feminized men, feminize them. But what kind of women does Destiny get, by the way? Do women honestly think Destiny is that his name? I don't know barely anything about this guy, but I've seen him talk on political things here and there. Are you really attracted to this guy? Are you fucking serious? You think that guy's attractive? You think that guy's attractive who talks like this and looks like shit and is probably this tall? Seriously? Come on, I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a second. That's the dream guy? Because he believes in your political beliefs? You know, and that's another thing women do. There's so much shit that women do nowadays that makes it impossible for guys to go out with them. Impossible. Like they'll say, well, hold on, before that just went viral, hold on, before we go out, who did you vote for? And he just said, he just canceled the date. And he sent her that screenshot, your reservation has been canceled. He's like, fuck that. Like, I'm not here to argue. Like, and women don't even understand that. They're like, but I thought I was just like trying to match with him. Like mind to mind, like politically, I thought I was matching with it. I thought that's what I was doing. No. You're alerting this guy that you're looking to fucking argue. And he's like, I'm trying to go on a date and have fun, man. I'm not trying to meet you to argue about politics. I don't give a fuck. Maybe he's apolitical. Maybe he's like, I don't vote. Because both parties are fucking bullshit. Maybe he's that guy. So why does he want to be with a girl that wants to argue with him about politics all the fucking time? He doesn't, so he canceled. That's his right. And then the chick goes on a fucking tirade, you know, and she's gonna call the police on him. You know, she's gonna contact her lawyer, all this kind of shit. And women are like, I don't understand why men are pulling out of the dating world. This is why. Get your girl. You know, get your girls. Get them under control. Chill out, relax. You can't say that, right? No, we don't need, I am relaxed. You don't seem like it though. You know, come on, man. Let's go to here. Now we go dark. Okay, so I waited real, long. So unfortunately, hear me out on this because it's going to sound bad at first. Wait for the punchline. Okay, so I was dating a girl who told me she'd been raped, right? So obviously I'm like, let's go, like, you need to go to the fucking police, dude, right now. You know, like, what the fuck? I'll knock this dude out. What the fuck? You know what I mean? She'd been raped. So then I'm like, you need to go to the police. And she's sobbing. I don't want to relive it. I can't relive it. Ultimately, I find the guy. I figure out who the fuck it is. And I call him at his job. And I said, listen, bro, I figured out who the fuck you are. Okay? You're going to prison, my guy, okay? And I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, all right? I know your work. I'm gonna come beat your fucking ass, bitch. And he's like, whoa. She said I raped her? And why do we have to talk like 3-year-olds now? That's not men saying that. Men can handle this word, okay? We can handle a lot of words that we can't say now. You gotta say essay, you gotta say raped, you gotta say corn, all this nonsense. Like we're third graders. It's ridiculous. You know what word we fucking mean. You know what I mean? So anyway, so he's like, no. are you her boyfriend? I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, 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 no. I didn't know you existed, man. It was consensual. This is right after I get divorced, right? So I'm brand new on the scene. I'm fucking green, dude. He's like, no, no, no. It's consensual. I said, you got 24 hours to send me anything you fucking can. He sends me like 40 emails. He sends me pictures. He sends me texts. He sends me the whole fucking thing. Clear as fuck, she fucking cheated. There's a picture of her naked with him the same night that she said she got raped, and they're holding hands and she's smiling. And texting the next day, I really enjoyed fucking you. You were not raped, okay? And she lied about it. That is what, that fucked my head up. That is what turned me, and guys have said this, you cheat on a guy, you lie to a guy like this, that'll turn a dude into a stone cold fucking player. That is why I became a dude living the fast boy life now. Because I'm like, I don't trust chicks now. I got lied to about that. Cool, I'll just run through chicks then, which I did, a lot of them. Okay, and I have no regrets. It was all consensual. I didn't try to take it out on them. I just said, fuck that. I'm just gonna, then I'm not committing to any girl, and I'm just gonna fuck as many women as I want to, really. You know what I mean? And so I did. And I lucked out in two ways. I didn't get anyone pregnant, and I didn't get an STD, never. Okay, so I would recommend, if you're a woman, do not lie about being raped, because then it makes guys who take you dead seriously have to second guess, like, is this a lie? I don't know. See, now that's permanently imprinted in my brain to where if a woman says that, I have to at least say, like, it may be true or it might not be. Like, I need to see the proof. Originally, I would just believe it straight out. But after being lied to about that, I can't. Is that my fault? It's your fault. You're a misogynist because you should just automatically believe any woman about everything. I can't. Sorry, I cannot. Okay? I'll end on a little bit lighter note. When I was in my fast boy lifestyle, and this is one thing that women don't understand, is it doesn't seem like it, is I had a girl for every need. Like that's why I was with so many women at the same time. Like some people might be like, why are we with so many women at the same fucking time? Like the roster. Because they all served a different purpose. Like this one, she's very deep. This one loves to like go to Vegas and shit. This one is hilarious. This one likes to get down. You know, this one, I mean, they kind of all did, but she might be like, you know, better at it. You know, just all different things. You know, this one's interesting because she's super into like art or something, you know, and we connect on that level. So connecting, like they weren't all in one chick. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I had, and I think, I would guess plenty of dudes are like that who have a roster. I think that's maybe why, is because they're like, I haven't found the chick that all of the main things I want in a woman are in one woman. You know, and they could be a bit immature and just like, or maybe they got fucked over like this and then went out and they're just playing the field like that. That's my reason why I went out there like that. I've never explained that, but there you go. That's my reason. I got fucked over, and then yeah, then I just went out there, went crazy, and I dated a fuck ton of women. Let me end with this because I'm almost at an hour, but and then but the thing I was gonna say there is I understand why it was confusing for them is because I treated them all like they were my girlfriend, meaning I wasn't a fuck boy. That's why I say fast boy, meaning I'm living life in the fast lane. I would take them out. I took them out to $300 dinners like all the fucking time, 400, 500, 600, 1200. Took them out to that shit all the fucking time. Nice places, vacation, like, you know, like within reason, like Vegas, this kind of shit, Hawaii, this kind of shit. Never overseas for like a month or some bullshit, like never. But Santa Barbara, this kind of shit, like pay for all of it. Gentlemen, like held their hand, like let's say we're in like Venice or something like Venice Beach, on the a moment occurred to me. We're on Venice Beach, like I'm holding her hand and shit like this, lean over, kiss her, this kind of shit. Oh, let's get some cotton candy, that'd be fun. We share it, this kind of shit, make out and this kind of shit. So I'm doing shit that she feels like she's my girlfriend. But I'm doing that with multiple chicks. So every one of them felt like he's treating me like I'm his girlfriend. So that's why a lot of them tried to push me to commence, like to make them my girlfriend, and I wouldn't. So, and then later, finally, I stopped all that, and then I got serious about I want to find my chick, and I did. So that's the end of that story. So that's dating from a guy's perspective. Bye, peace, good luck. I hope your dating life goes fantabulous. I hope people meet people and all that kind of shit and fall in love and all that. Okay, bye.